Paul, let's continue our chat with our guest for today. وللحديث أكثر حول عالم ألعاب الفيديو ينضم إلينا داريوس اسكاريبور وهو الشريك الإداري في Various Capital. Hello Darius, how are you? Welcome to GameChangers.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
First of all, let me ask you, why did you decide to make a push into the GCC? And specifically, you want to talk about UAE.
Yeah, I mean, I think this region just is extremely forward-thinking. The level of innovation is staggering. The speed and efficiency in which this market is being built out just is something to really be admired. And it was a very easy decision to have Various Capital make a decision to push into this market with our venture capital fund.
Darius, what's the quality of the Web3 gaming companies that you see here in this region? And I'm curious, because you have that US perspective as well, how does it compare?
Yeah, it's very different. I mean, if we look at primarily where a lot of these gaming studios have originated from, I'd say in maybe 2021 into 2022, there was a lot of activity here of gaming studios. It has leveled off a bit since Q1 of this year, but we think that that is changing extremely fast. There's a lot of money being deployed in the space. There's a lot of innovation and a lot of foreign talent, mainly due to the regulatory climate here. So we think it's changing very, very quickly.
Let's talk a little bit about other venture funds, because I think, like Various Capital, we're seeing some venture funds set up presence here, start to have people on the ground here. I'm curious, what do you think what will be the impact of more capital, more venture funds moving here to the region, or at least having a presence here, especially as it pertains to sort of that Web3 ecosystem?
Yeah, I think it's the origination of ideas actually taking shape in this market. You need capital to make that happen, right? We can dream and wish and want and hope, but without tangible capital to actually fund the development of that, it's all, for nothing. So I think actually having VCs in this region that are investing and deploying in the domestic market itself is going to stimulate and attract a lot of talent, which is already happening. I mean, a lot of it is just due to the government's, resolute conviction in blockchain, AI, innovation overall, and it is attracting talent here at record rates.
So is gaming the killer app for blockchain and Web3 in your mind?
I think so. I mean, they were match made in heaven. They were born to integrate well with one another. I think the simple fact of having gamers commit literally hundreds of hours towards, building their communities, interacting with one another, that level of enjoyment, it's now changing with ownership rights, right? With NFTs and digital collectibles. And I think actually being able to earn something from that time that you put in and having a way of being able to display your achievements as well is huge.
So Darius, let me ask you that. Since you decided to make a push in the GCC, where do you see the future of gaming here in the region?
Massive. I think it's very hard for us to even have a concept of what it's going to be, but I think it will rival the US, rival Europe, and rival the Far East as well.
Thank you so much for being with us here in Game Changers.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
وبهذا كان معنا داريوس اسكاريبور وهو الشريك الإداري في Various Capital.